Welcome back to Sam and Sonia's garden. I am here for my second harvest of celery. This is my first time growing celery, and I think it came out pretty well. I dehydrated it and put it in the freezer. So that's my plan for these. I'm just going to dehydrate and not put them in the freezer, but put them in jars. I dehydrated them and put them in jars. Might be a good idea to put them in the freezer, but I have limited freezer space, so I don't want to do too much of that. So here goes, harvesting celery. Now, I was told that I should collar my celery to keep it from turning so green, but I thought about that. And I just figure I want all that chlorophyll and what have you in my food. So I decided not to collar it. Plus, that's just a lot of work to put a collar on these to keep the sun off of them. Anyways, this is me harvesting my celery. And this is these are not huge celery like you see in the grocery store. This is 3 plants harvested, and it looks pretty good. Smells good. Doesn't smell like the celery that you get out of the grocery store, that's for sure. It's a much more pungent flavor. It tastes good when I cook with it. But what I'm gonna do is just harvest these, and I think I'll just fertilize these because we've been getting a lot of rain, and I feel like this is a good time to fertilize them and just keep them going until they decide they don't want to go anymore. And the disrespectful roly-polies are here, just being rude. They eat everything I want to eat. This shouldn't take long. Just kind of giving them a haircut. Getting the job done. I'm leaving the center part, and also these plants, I'll show it to you. Where I harvested them before, no, where I didn't harvest them before, these that I harvested, I have to check because I feel like the ones that I harvested before, they have some type of second growth happening on them that's not from the main center of the plant. Now, I don't know anything about celery because this is my first time growing it. So if y'all know why it's got this second, center, kind of like when you, I'll show you. Once I finish harvesting, I'll show you. Hopefully I'll remember. I had hoops on them over the winter. So I've taken the protective covering off of them, but I have not taken my hoops down. Look, it's hot out here. Okay, I should have been out here much earlier because this is for the birds, this heat. I'd much rather harvest and work in my garden before the sun comes up like this, because this is, some people might not think it's terrible, and it's not terrible heat, but it's more heat than I want to work in. All right, so okay, celery harvested. Enough there, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about with these second center parts coming out. And I'm just making up a name for what I'm calling it, the center part, where the leaves kind of grow from. But here's what I'm speaking of. So it might be too bright for you to even see it, but if you look at this plant, you can see, let's see, you can see down here, maybe, that, yeah, there's a second, like, center growth point here, in addition to the original center growth point here. And I might have to show you this when it's not so sunny and bright. But that's one. And I did think this was gonna go to seed for me. But these, I know these are biennials. But you never know what might happen for a girl. And I was hoping that might happen for this girl. But anyways, thank you for joining me on my celery harvest. Filled up my basket just that quick. I'm looking forward to having these for some celery salt or just some powdered celery or something like this after I dehydrate it. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time on Sam and Sonia's Garden. Bye.